Congratulations, class of 2020. Our goal with this virtual commencement was to produce an online event, an event that would recognize your accomplishment, mark your transition, and evoke feelings that graduates should feel at their graduation. To provide this important transition required pre-recording all of today's speeches ahead of time. Some of those speeches were recorded on the day before the nationwide protest began. Before we begin today, I want to address what's going on in our nation and how that relates to graduation day. Today is the graduation you expected, but it's not what you wanted. And yet, here we are. We have arrived at this moment in history together in disbelief and in shock as we mourn the deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and many other Black neighbors and friends. Our country is facing a stark truth. Systemic racism and anti-Blackness are pervasive in America. We simply cannot allow it to continue to happen. We are at a tipping point, and this country needs your contribution to tip the balance to justice once and for all. While here at UC San Diego, you were taught to be open, taught to listen, and taught to collaborate to solve problems. Use these tools to speak up, peacefully protest, and create allies throughout our diverse communities. Use them to act in the professional world, to invite diversity, celebrate differences, and work together to build better solutions. UC San Diego is there with you in that effort. Our drive to create a campus climate of respect, fairness, and cooperation is stronger than ever. Our focus to promote innovation and leadership by engaging the talents and abilities of everyone is tighter than ever. Our vision to achieve true excellence through productive relationships and diversity and inclusion among people of diverse perspectives will not waver. To commence with that important work, you will need to graduate today. You need to feel that sense of accomplishment. We need you to celebrate your successful completion of a very long journey. With this in mind, we present to you Virtual Commencement 2020. Welcome to your commencement.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Marshall College Provost Leslie Carver. I'm filming this extra presentation because I wanted to talk about something very important before we begin the celebration of your many accomplishments. At this point in history, our country is facing a crisis like we have never seen before. In addition to a global pandemic that disproportionately impacts people of color, we have witnessed in these past 2 weeks the murder of George Floyd, who was not only unarmed, but handcuffed and subdued by police while his murderer knelt on his neck for nearly 9 minutes, ignoring his pleas and those of bystanders to stop. This horrific act was then followed by continued episodes of police brutality directed toward peaceful protesters across the country. Black Lives Matter. To our Black students and graduates, your life matters to us. This college was founded to combat the same racism and injustice we are witnessing now. The staff and faculty of Marshall College are fully committed to supporting our Black students and alumni during this difficult time. As we go into our 50th anniversary year, I pledge to you that we are going to center our celebrations on combating injustice and inequality. I hope that you all, having learned about social justice and the importance of equal opportunity as Marshall students, will take seriously the importance of standing up for those who are attacked in this manner as you go out into your future careers. If anyone is equipped to meet these profound challenges of our time, it is the scholars and the citizens of Marshall College. Thank you.
Graduates and guests, as the chair of the Academic Senate, it is my pleasure to declare the 2020 virtual UC San Diego commencement ceremony open.
Good morning. I'm Thurgood Marshall College Provost, Dr. Leslie Carver. I'm honored to be able to welcome you all to UC San Diego's virtual commencement for 2020. Our goal for this celebration is to focus as much as possible on your achievements and to give you a chance to celebrate your many accomplishments. All of us at UC San Diego and Marshall College are very proud of how you have persevered and continue to excel through this very challenging time, and I know that your families are proud of your achievements as well. Your work both in and outside the classroom exemplifies what it means to be a scholar and citizen. It is now my pleasure to present to you a special performance of the Star Spangled Banner sung by members of the class of 2020.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, fellow Tritons, for that distinctive rendering of our national anthem. Now I'm pleased to introduce the 8th Chancellor of UC San Diego, Dr. Pradeep Khosla.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Welcome, graduates, families, and friends to our first virtual commencement ceremony. Joining me in the celebration and on this webcast are my colleagues, UC San Diego divisional deans, our college provosts, and our esteemed faculty, our Executive Vice Chancellor, Elizabeth Simmons, and our distinguished commencement speaker, television journalist on the CBS News program 60 Minutes, Mr. Bill Whitaker. We are so fortunate that Mr. Whitaker accepted our invitation to give this year's commencement address. Highlights from his 30-year career in investigative journalism are indeed impressive. Bill uncovered how Russian operatives hacked the 2016 US presidential election. He broke the story on how the DEA's efforts to curb the opioid epidemic were hampered by special interests. And he reported extensively on how race and policing in America is affecting communities across our nation. These are the important issues of our time, and Bill covers them without rancor, without pronouncement. He takes viewers on a journey, and through that journey, we learn. We learn about everyday people, about their struggles, and why they matter. Bill presents truthful, well-researched information with the utmost integrity. And the world needs integrity, especially in difficult times, and especially now. By integrity, I mean the quality of being honest, and having strong moral principles. Moral principles like empathy, compassion, respect, and the recognition that every human being has inherent value. A person who possesses integrity understands these principles and practices them daily. Integrity is at the core of what we teach at UC San Diego. It compels us to look deeper at the world around us. It drives us to collaborate with people everywhere, and it helps us solve society's most pressing issues. And how do I know that you learned integrity? I know because you're graduating today as a Triton. The journey to get to this day required from you a great deal of personal sacrifice over many, many years. It required the courage to step into great unknown, to explore boundaries you didn't even know you had. It required stretching yourself to learn and grow. And today, it requires celebrating. You leave UC San Diego with a degree. You leave us as a well-rounded individual with a better idea of who you are and what you want to do. And you leave UC San Diego with integrity. It's yours. You have earned it. And now, I want you to go out into the world and practice it with absolute reckless abandon. Have integrity in everything you do. Practice it at home, at work, and at play. Practice it with strangers, in your everyday actions, like getting coffee, driving, or buying groceries. But most importantly, practice integrity with yourself. You deserve your honest self. You deserve the best you. Many of you are wondering what will happen next. The truth is, no one can say with a great deal of certainty. In both prosperous and lean times, we do our best. We make educated choices. We review outcomes of these choices and learn from these outcomes and evolve. I cannot predict the future, but I can offer advice that I hope will help you along the way. Be confident in who you are, always. Embrace everything about you, your race, your creed, your gender, your everything. Be yourself and know that you belong. Acknowledge your luck. You worked hard to get where you are, no doubt. But you also had a lot of help. Help from parents, help from siblings, aunts and uncles, help from teachers, advisors, ministers, friends. Even the barista, the grocery store clerk, the bus driver, everyone who helped you get through your daily routine. So be grateful and treat everyone with respect and dignity. Understand that you are an individual within a larger ecosystem. Without the ecosystem, you cannot be an individual. And without the collection of individuals, there is no ecosystem. The two are interdependent. So treat the ecosystem well to ensure every individual can flourish. Change requires more than righteous indignation. It requires earnest collaboration. It requires you to listen without an agenda. It requires you to look outside your own perspective in order to understand things you haven't known before. It requires patience, dialogue, and iterations of effort. And it requires compromise from everyone, including you. Progress is measured in years, not in days. And no matter what social media says, not in 240 characters. So, be prepared to spend some time to create lasting change. Be prepared to give and take input and adapt over time. You will change your mind, and often, if you're living with integrity. Progress takes time, but effort is every day. So keep moving forward, even if only by a millimeter. Just like your scholastic career, from your first grade to today, all the effort will add up to something wonderful and beautiful. I'm always so very proud of our graduating class, but this year especially so. You have proven not only that you can adapt, but also that you can thrive under very extenuating circumstances. So I honor your resilience, your hard work, and your determination. You have inspired me. You've inspired our faculty. You've inspired our staff. And I'm sure you have inspired each other. So today, I celebrate you, your remarkable accomplishment, and the gift of your interaction with this great university. You have made UC San Diego a better institution, and I'm truly grateful for that. So congratulations. It is now my great pleasure to introduce CBS correspondent, Mr. Bill Whitaker.
Hello, class of 2020. Congratulations for your hard-earned degree. Your years of blood, sweat, and tears, your all-nighters studying and partying paid off. You should be ecstatic. I hope you are. I know your parents and professors are proud of what you have accomplished. It is a really big deal, and I really wish I could be with you in person. This is all rather strange, don't you think? All of us dispersed to far-flung locales, tied together by cameras and computers. Well, not so much for me. I make my living talking through cameras and screens like this. But for you, this must be kind of surreal, not what you expected, right? You probably saw yourselves walking across the stage on a sunny San Diego day before thousands of beaming friends and family members. Then, just as you were about to step off that stage and into the world toward jobs and dreams, everything changed dramatically, overnight. You were ripped from your friends, opportunities vanished. Some of you may be in mourning. It must seem like your lives have entered a state of suspended animation. Graduation is a leap into the unknown, even in the best of times. But in times like this, well, it's scary. It's scary for me. It's scary for all of us. But I think that's exceptionally true for you. But you know what else is true? You are exceptional. And I'm not just saying that because I'm your commencement speaker and I'm supposed to say stuff like that. It is empirically true. From the day you were born, you have been change agents. You, class of 2020, are part of the most diverse generation in American history. You are changing the face of America. Your lives will unfold in a country that's much more colorful than the black and white world of my youth. And you're smarter than most of the rest of us. You proved that by earning this degree. Now, you had a little help. Part of what makes you exceptional is you are children of the digital age. You grew up with more computing power in your pocket than NASA Mission Control had in a room full of computers for the first manned flight to the moon. The generation before me figured out how to do that, put a man on the moon. My generation came up with the internet. What you do will astound us. You will be the scientists who come up with a new vaccine. You'll be the engineers, the doctors, the lawyers, the actors, the architects, the academics, the designers, the parents, the leaders who will create the future. Do not let today's uncertainty, do not let this virus kill your dreams. Don't let adversity snuff out your light. I have been a journalist for 35 years. This job has taken me all over the world. I have met a pope and presidents, movie stars and mobsters, and some of the kindest, hardest working people whose names probably won't be remembered. I've seen a lot, and I've learned a lot. But my biggest takeaway after all these years, don't underestimate your ability to change things. American democracy, this experiment in self-governance, is messy business. We've seen that unfolding on streets all across the country as we are confronted by the virus of racism that has plagued our country for 400 years. Figuring out who we are and where we want to go is hard work. I am descended from people who were enslaved, but they never gave up, and here I stand. Many of you have parents or grandparents who left their home countries, their families, their support systems, everything they knew, and struck out for an uncertain future in America, their bags packed only with hope. And because they took that leap of faith, you stand here today, diploma in hand, about to step off into your own uncertain future. But you got this. You can do this. This American experiment is not going to end on your watch. There are old wrongs to right and new heights still to reach. These protests, this pandemic, this is a defining moment for our country and for you. These are times that shape us. When this virus is vanquished, and it will be, we will reemerge into a world that has changed. It's changing right in front of our eyes. Different times will require different ways of thinking. We'll need to hit the reset button and get about the business of healing, rebuilding, reimagining. There's no going back. We can only go forward, and we need you change agents, your youthful energy, your ideals, your brilliance to light our pathway. The UCSD motto is Fiat Lux, let there be light. Well, let that light be you. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Whitaker, for your thoughtful words for our outstanding class of 2020. The next individual I'd like to introduce is our senior speaker, Anna Mercado-Bovi. Anna is the embodiment of the ethos and values of Marshall College. She's an outstanding scholar and citizen that is graduating today with a degree in psychology, a specialization in clinical psychology, and a minor in business. In addition, Anna is the first in her family to graduate from college. We couldn't be more proud to have her with us today. Please welcome Anna Mercado Bovi.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here in celebration of Marshall College's 2020 commencement. This year has been a crazy roller coaster ride for every single one of us. I think I can speak for us all when I say how overjoyed I am that we made it to this day, and I don't mean just to our graduation. There are people all over the world working around the clock to ensure that we are healthy, safe, and protected. So, I want to take this time to say thank you to everyone in the medical and healthcare community for their dedication and service. And thank you to you all here today for staying home and helping to limit the spread of the virus. Your actions have allowed for our medical community to help us through these great times of uncertainty. I also want to thank our essential workers and the good people that put their lives at risk every day in order to support us and our families. And thank you to the staff and faculty of Marshall College for all that you have done. To everyone, you are all incredible, and we appreciate you. Over the last several months, we have all experienced our own hardships, anxieties, thoughts of uncertainty, and concern over our well-being and the well-being of others, maybe more than ever before. However, it is during this time that the mission of Marshall College shines even brighter. As events out of our control unfolded around us, we all came together. We are showing that we are committed to serving others by providing safety, refuge, and comfort to those in need. This past year has shown us that many of the social constructs we have taken for granted are actually evolving, and that it's possible for each and every one of us to contribute to, learn from, and more importantly, connect with communities that might not even be of our own. There's one skill that I believe we all share that truly embodies the Marshall spirit, and that skill is that we are all engaged scholars and citizens in every aspect. This is a skill and a responsibility that we treat with great respect, and we know we will prevail on the road to success in our careers, our lives, and our social responsibility to the diverse people around us every day. While there was a lot of uncertainty for many of us on if we would make it to this day, I want to especially congratulate and recognize those that battled through the school year despite family conflicts, internal conflict, and environmental conflict. It may be easy to believe that everyone with us today had a healthy and safe environment, but it's also important to recognize that not everyone has that privilege. It may be easy to see that our degrees all came from the same place and with the same amount of challenges. However, we also recognize that each and every one of us took a different path to attain that piece of paper. My hope is that from this point forward, we go for every opportunity we set our minds to, that we travel to that place we said we would travel to one day, and that we stop being so hard on ourselves because, as cliche as it might sound, we have now experienced firsthand that tomorrow is truly never guaranteed. The plans you make for yourself may be very different than what actually happens. We do not know what the future really holds. So, I encourage you, don't pass up those last-minute boba trips or sushi nights with your friends and loved ones. Don't take your time together for granted. And please, don't forget to forgive yourself for accidentally drinking an extra glass of wine and binging a whole series on Netflix all night long. I believe that from this day forth, whether you're going to grad school, taking a gap year or two, or even continuing to figure out what your next adventure is, that we will all go on to do great and meaningful things in anything and everything that we choose to do. I believe that our time and experience here at UC San Diego Marshall College has taught us things that we will carry on for the rest of our lives. And all the memories we have made will allow us to look back and say, hell yeah, I did that, whenever we were needing some uplifting or an inspiration. Something I found myself doing this past year was looking back at a book that someone gifted me when I was 13 years old. Ironically, it's a Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, which is probably the most fitting book to be gifted if you've attended or plan on attending UCSD. This book constantly reminded me that we make our own choices in life, and that is a lesson that helped me move forward whenever I was too tired to stay up writing that paper, which I may have chose to do last minute. I want everyone to take a moment today to think of something or someone that kept you moving whenever you were ready to give up. If you can, Take that time to reflect on and appreciate that experience. Maybe for some of us, it won't be some memory that we have from a late night studying at Geisel. So, you know. Once again, I want to congratulate each and every one of us here today for making it to the finish line. My ask today is that each and every one of us make our own directions in life because we are ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Greetings all. I am Claire Harrington, Dean of Academic Advising at Marshall College, and it is my honor to celebrate our graduates this morning. Marshall College has a long tradition of presenting a series of signature college awards to our graduates. This year is no different. Despite our current remote environment, we are proud of our graduating seniors and delighted to honor their achievements. Our college awards are granted to students with exceptional accomplishments who stand out among their fellow scholars and citizens. Some of these awards are given for acts of service, others for academic achievement. Each of our awardees represent a model for living the Marshall College motto of scholar and citizen. The first award is the Marshall College Outstanding Faculty Award. This award is presented to a UC San Diego faculty member who exemplifies Marshall College's scholar and citizen philosophy. By vote of the students of Marshall College, this year's award goes to Dr. Melinda Owens from the Department of Biology. Congratulations, Dr. Owens. The following awards recognize the successful conclusion of stellar academic careers. The Provost Award for Highest Academic Achievement is presented to Christopher Wayne Wheaton for exceptional academic accomplishment, distinguished by a breadth of scholarship. The Award of Academic Distinction for Outstanding Academic Achievement is presented to Albert Chu. The Academic Advising Leadership Award is awarded to a graduating senior who is recognized for their contributions to and leadership within academic advising that exemplify the mission of the Marshall College Academic Advising Office. This honor is not awarded every year, so the fact that the academic advising staff chose this year's recipient highlights this distinction all the more. This year's award is presented to Derek Zichun Mui. The Allen Havis Scholar, Citizen, and Distinguished Artist Award is presented to Simon Joseph Martin for outstanding academic achievement and striking artistic talent. Congratulations, recipients, for your amazing accomplishments.
Hello all, I am Dr. Amber Vlasnik, Dean of Student Affairs at Marshall College, and I am honored to be with you here today. The following students have been presented with college awards based on their outstanding community service and leadership. The Alumni Outstanding Senior Award is awarded to a graduating student who has achieved academic excellence, has demonstrated active involvement in their college, has made an outstanding contribution to the greater UC San Diego campus community, and has demonstrated leadership within our college and the university. This year's award is presented to Jacqueline Florentino Uy. The Dean's Award for Leadership and Service is awarded to one graduating senior who has demonstrated excellence, outstanding leadership, and significant service contributions to Thurgood Marshall College through academic and/or co-curricular activities. The award recipient has exhibited leadership and active participation within the Marshall College community and demonstrated commitment to our Thurgood Marshall College philosophy. This year's recipient is Tiana Rose de la Paz. The Transfer Leadership Award is given to one graduating senior who transferred to UC San Diego, has served in Marshall College for at least 2 years, has dedicated their time and service to enhancing the transfer student experience on campus. This year's Transfer Leadership Award is presented to Jose Luis Cardenas. The Outstanding Senior Award is given to one graduating Marshall student who has exemplified Marshall College's scholar and citizen philosophy this year. As a scholar, the award recipient must have a 3.5 GPA or higher. As a citizen, they must have served the college. In the month of March, we called the Marshall community to nominate a student who fits this criteria. And in the month of April, we asked all of Marshall College to cast their vote. By popular vote of the Marshall community, this year's award is presented to Marina Habashi. The Distinguished Senior Service Award, awarded to students who demonstrate exemplary commitment to the Thurgood Marshall College philosophy and dedication to the college, is presented to 10 outstanding graduates this year. Ashley Umaluthas, Angelica Yvonne Clemente, Kiara Gomez, Anushri Raj Jain, Christina Isabella Oliveros Manale, Josephine Gail Parabat Reyes, Melina Angelica Reynoso, Tyler Scott Sepulveda, Shreya Kaylee Shiel, and Jordanos Tesfai. Congratulations, recipients, and thank you for your dedicated service to Thurgood Marshall College.
This year, we have established a new award in honor of our founding provost, Dr. Joseph Watson. The Joseph Watson Provost Award for Exemplary Leadership and Community Service is awarded to a student or students who demonstrate outstanding leadership and community engagement, exemplifying the scholar and citizen model, and who spread the philosophy of Marshall College to the rest of our community. Recipients excel academically, earning a GPA of at least 3.3. They also have exhibited outstanding engagement and leadership on broad community issues that engage not only the Marshall community, but also broader communities across UC San Diego and the San Diego region. This year, I'm pleased to present this award to 2 graduates, Jonathan Hyun Kim and Alicia Yvette Colria Yancey. Congratulations.
In addition to these awards, Marshall College also celebrates our exemplary scholars and citizens with graduation cords. The Scholar Cord is presented to all Marshall College Honors Program students who have maintained a minimum 3.5 cumulative GPA required to keep their status as honor students within the college. This achievement is marked with academic dedication, discipline, and passion for learning. As part of an important Marshall College tradition, we have presented these students with black and red cords that represent their high academic achievement. Congratulations to all of our Scholar Cord recipients.
Among the most profound responsibilities of any college or university is to provide opportunities for students to develop their capacity for leadership. It is a joy for me to recognize the Marshall students who challenge themselves to grow as leaders and become agents of change. As part of an important Marshall College tradition, we have presented these students with red and white citizen cords that represent their outstanding leadership within our community. Congratulations, Citizen Cord recipients.
Every year, we identify the students who have met the criteria to be acknowledged as scholars and citizens. These Marshall College Honors Program students have maintained the minimum 3.5 cumulative GPA required to keep their status as an honors student and have demonstrated a commitment to leadership and service within the college. These awardees have embraced the college's philosophy and motto of being scholars and citizens, and it is with great honor that we present them with the red and black Scholar Cord and the red and white Citizen Cord in recognition for their outstanding achievement. Congratulations to our Scholar and Citizen Cord recipients. It is now my pleasure to introduce UC San Diego's Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Elizabeth Simmons, who will now present candidates by division for the conferral of degree.
Thank you, Provost Carver, and congratulations, Marshall College Class of 2020. Whether you are joining us from your home or a campus residence hall, with your family or your cat or your roommate, whatever way you are here with us today, let's all take a minute to celebrate this milestone. You made it. As Chief Academic Officer, I strive to advance UC San Diego's mission as a student-centered, research-focused, service-oriented public university so that every student graduates ready to succeed in our diverse and complex world. The global public health crisis has presented extraordinary challenges for us all this year, but your adaptability, resilience, and dedication to academic excellence have made it possible for you to complete your educational mission in an innovative way. That is part of what makes this year's commencement extra special. The class of 2020 is the first ever at UC San Diego to complete their degree programs remotely. While my colleagues and I may not be able to congratulate you in person today, please know we take great pride in all that you've accomplished during your academic careers, and we respect all of the hard work that you have invested to get to this day. I will now announce each of our academic divisions and schools with undergraduate major and minor programs. Please join me in recognizing their candidates for degrees. The Division of Arts and Humanities, led by Dean Cristina Della Caletta. The Division of Biological Sciences, led by Dean Kit Poliano. The Halajolu Data Science Institute, led by Director Rajesh Gupta. The Jacobs School of Engineering, led by Dean Al Pisano. The Division of Physical Sciences, led by Dean Steve Boggs. The Division of Social Sciences, led by Dean Carol Padden. The Rady School of Management, led by Dean Lisa Ordonez. The School of Global Policy and Strategy, led by Dean Peter Cowie. The School of Marine Sciences, led by Vice Chancellor and Dean Margaret Leinen. And last but not least, the School of Medicine, led by Interim Dean Stephen Garfin. Congratulations, everyone. I look forward to hearing of your successes as Triton alumni. Chancellor Khosla, it is my honor to present to you the UC San Diego class of 2020.
So now, for the conferral of degrees, the reason why we are here. UC San Diego class of 2020, please rise for the conferral of your degrees. Upon the recommendation of the provosts of our colleges, deans of our schools, and faculty of the University of California, San Diego, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the regents and the president of the University of California, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree to which you're entitled with all the honors, recognition, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Will all of our graduates please stand wherever you may be? It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a post-secondary degree, the tassel is shifted from the right side to the left side of the cap. This signifies to all the completion of the degree. Graduates, please move your tassel with me.
Thank you for attending UC San Diego's virtual Commencement 2020 celebration. On behalf of the staff, faculty, alumni, and continuing students of Thurgood Marshall College, I extend our collective congratulations for your achievements, welcome you as the newest alumni to our college, and invite you to celebrate your achievements in support of our shared Marshall community. We are proud of your hard work and all you have overcome to achieve this milestone. We are excited to bear witness to all you will do as scholars and citizens in our wider world. Congratulations once again on your graduation, and have a safe and happy summer.